Good evening, beloved families and community. Welcome to the CEC 11 April calendar of business meeting. As a reminder, this is a public meeting and it will be recorded. The time is now 6:05. I would like to give a special thanks to the Bronxville Middle School and their principal, Principal Johnson. Please remember that only CEC 11 members are speaking at this time. For those at home on Zoom, make sure that your mics are on mute, and if at any time you are unable to hear us, please turn on your closed captioning. During public comment, please raise your hand if you have a question in person, and we'll provide a mic. If you are on Zoom, please raise your hand, and we'll ask you to unmute yourself to say your question. We have interpreters here in person for the following languages: Bengali, Arabic, and Spanish. Interpreters, if you can come down and introduce yourselves.
Yeah, I can't get around.
No,
Yeah.
just.
Oh, so then
Yeah.
Buenas noches. ¿Necesitan interpretación en español? Pueden ver el dispositivo en la parte de atrás. Gracias. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. বাংলা ভাষাভাষী যারা প্রভাবিত বিভিন্ন এসেছেন তার সুবিধার্থে যারা থেকে আমরা দুজন ইন্টারপ্রেটার এখানে আসি আপনাদেরকে সেবা দেওয়ার জন্য এবং যে সমস্ত কথোপকথন হবে তা আমরা অনুবাদ করে আপনাদের পাই। সুবিধা নেওয়ার জন্য এখানে ইকুইপমেন্ট আছে যে পিছনে লাগিয়ে যেতে হবে। আসলে আপনিও যদি কেউ হাত উঠে দেখেন তাহলে আমরা ধন্যবাদ।
أسألكم لو كنت تتحدث العربية يمكنك التوجه إلى هذا القطاع للحصول على الجهاز الذي سيسمح لك سماع الكلام فيه باللغة العربية. شكرا. Thank you.
Thank you. At this point, we will have our roll call performed by our secretary, Tesh Awal.
Thank you, everybody. Good evening. Please respond to the unique response. Kerry Matthews Gordon.
She's on her way.
Focus very small.
Present.
Present. Robert Cruz.
Present.
Present. Ritesh Agarwal. Present. Karina Garcia.
Present.
Present. Nicole Costello. Nicole Costello.
Do you see her?
Jack Cunningham.
Present.
Present. Peter Cole.
Present.
Present. Ashley Jones.
Present via Zoom.
Present via Zoom. We have 6 in person and 1 meeting.
Okay, let the record show we have 6 members in person. We have 9 in quorum. Next up will be the president's report. This is going to be really brief. We actually have 3 vacancies on the council currently. So if there are any parents that are interested in joining, you can actually get the application information on our website, which is cc11.org. Or you can speak to any of us today once we leave this evening. It's a great opportunity to be a part of the community and just kind of make sure that your voice and the voices of the parents in your community are heard. And now we'll move on to the superintendent's report.
What happened?
Hello, everybody, and good evening. Great to see you, and I want to say thank you to the 3 principals from this campus for hosting us. We have Mr. Charlie Johnson from Bronxville Middle School, Joanna Cartagena from Pelham Academy, let me say it correctly, and Ms. Renee Rinaldi Garcia from Bronx Park Middle School. Woo. So while we are waiting for the superintendent and the deputy superintendent, I'm gonna just say a few words and the superintendent will also add what she writes. So I want to go to summarizing. So you can see here, we have provided you with some important dates for Summer Rising. We are very, very excited about the summer. We have already started planning, as you know. We will have 19 of our buildings open this summer for Summer Rising, and all of our 44 schools will be affiliated at one of those 19 buildings. These are some key dates for you to keep in mind. As you know, the application for Summer Rising has closed, and placement notification letters will go out next Tuesday, April 21st. If you receive your notification letter that your child has received a spot in Summer Rising, you must accept the offer by May 5th. That is crucial, and I can't stress it enough, because there have been so many applicants this summer. Our application pool has reached a new high. And so if you do not accept your spot by May 5th, your spot will be given to a student on the wait list. So please be sure to accept your spot by May 5th if you would like your child to attend Summer Rising. As you know, Summer Rising begins on Wednesday, July 1st. We have a holiday on July 3rd, and then the last day for middle school students will be August 7th, and the last day for elementary school students will be August 14th. Okay, something else that I want to share with you all is we are so excited, and we have spoken about this at previous CEC meetings. We have a wonderful partnership with the Whitney Museum of American Art. We had our first District 11 exclusive friends and family night back in February, and thank you to those of you who came out for that event at the Whitney Museum. Our second District 11 exclusive Friends and Family event at the Whitney will be this Sunday, April 19th from 1 to 3 p.m. Registration was required. The event is now fully at capacity. We're so excited that we got so much interest from our community, and we know it's going to be a really fun and exciting event at the museum. So thank you to those of you who signed up. I will also share that one of our favorite District 11 events is coming up, and that's the Soapbox Derby, which is set to take place on May 2nd. It's going to take place where it always does. Hopefully all of you have been there in the past. It's one of the most fun days of the year. If you have not been to the Soapbox Derby, you have to come out. It's going to be on Saturday, May 2nd. It takes place the whole day, right next to PS 111, where students from across our district will be racing their soapbox cars down the hill next to PS 111. It's a bracketed tournament. It goes on all day. And we would like to see who's going to win this year. PS 68, I have to give a shout out, has won 3 years in a row. They've been practicing. So hopefully the other schools have been practicing as well. I'm going to turn it over to Sharon to say a few words. This is Sharon Johnson, our Family Leadership Coordinator, and she's going to say a few words about some upcoming family events and about New York City Kids Rise and some other important information.
Good evening. We popcorn over here. They're later. Can't come. We popcorn. So, first let me welcome also my partner, our family support coordinator, Ms. Miriam Boyan. Here. I'm going to for her. Ms. Miriam is being honored tomorrow for outstanding community service. And so could you please give her a nice round of applause. I was gonna sing, but I don't have to, because we're moving through this presentation. I just wanted to let every family here know that there is a family partnership toolkit that is coming out for NYC Reads. It's basically how schools can support our families in helping understand the NYC Reads curriculum and so on and so forth. May 4th, our district parent coordinators will receive hands-on training from the Center for Public Research and Leadership. And so they will bring these resources and these tools back to the buildings. We'll be planning over the summer, and we will implement the activities beginning September 2026. I see one of my PCs here. That youth field, don't forget on that. 2026, we will be implementing this. I saw one of my good friends come in. And so, if we could, Naomi, can you go to the District 11 Civics? I want to welcome someone, Mr. Richard Connolly from the American Debate League. Come on, you're on my program. Come on. See, you didn't know you was on the slide. See, I was right.
Just wanted to say good evening, everyone, into the CEC district. People were so excited with the American Debate League. We believe debate changes lives. We work in schools around the city, host citywide, borough-wide tournaments. And we're going to be hosting our May 16th, our New York State Championships with children from all over New York City, Westchester, and Long Island come. And what are we going to do? They're going to be elementary, middle school students who are the best of the best, and they're going to come debate at our tournament. Why is that important? Because debate is something that changes lives. It's almost like, I see the children here who look like they're doing their chair, right? It's like the excitement of sports and academics at the same time. The reason why I say that is because I love it, because children sometimes are like, let's read this book, let's do that. They might not want to do that, but they're going to read it because they want to win next time. Just like you guys want to what? Win, right? When you do things, you want the basketball team, football team, the squad to win everything. How you doing, Superintendent? So we had on March 28th, we had the Borough Championship, meaning all the schools in the Bronx came and they competed. And out of all districts, I think there's 6 districts in the Bronx, District 11 won. Okay, well, so let's get a round of applause. Come on, guys. You're appreciated. And some of the schools that are going go to Harvard University next year, we're looking to take 2. First is JHS 194. Anyone ever heard of that school? JHS 194. We want to take them to Harvard. There's a second place team we're thinking about, Pelham Academy. Is that how you pronounce it? Pelham Academy, where is that? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. They won second, right? They were there, they did well as well. They're also going to May 16th. You're going to May 16th to the New York State Championships. Matter of fact, we're going to see Senator John Liu on Monday. I'm going to another district, and I'm going to tell him, hey, please come, make sure you're there at the championship. He's actually the chair of education for New York City. So that's one. The next thing is, many of the schools in District 11 have now been able to come to the Bronx Borough Bronx Borough Honors. So what is that like? The Academy Awards for debate. We're going to honor them. We're going to invite suits. We'd like to officially present that to you if you have a chance to come that day. It's on a Friday. Yes, it's on a Friday, May 29th at the Borough Hall. So we have the whole Borough Hall. We're going to have to get dressed up a little and come, okay? So with that means, I don't want to take up time if that's okay. We'd love to have, I'm presenting to the superintendent, deputy superintendent, CAC, and to the community, because it's not just theirs, we're all one, right? Yeah, we won. So let's get another round of applause and we're gonna have some pictures. What do you think about somebody who's going to Harvard next year? Sounds good? We want to make sure District 11 is represented, all right? So I'd like to present the couple, if you'd like to come up, both Deputy and Sue. Well, as we have our president. Yes. I was just in District 20 last night, superintendent in District 20. Pareto, is that a pronunciation? Pareto, I was just there. All right, so let's come right here. Can I have someone, can you take a picture of, oh, you're gonna take the picture? Good.
There you go.
And the whole CEC coming out of it?
Yeah.
No.
Just one. But totally want to come to? Quick photo? I know. Thanks.
So this is so just so you know, Superintendent and District 11, this is called a traveling couple. So what does that mean? This is in her office, at the super's office, until next year. District 10 was there, I think a few from 12. So next year, I know, matter of fact, you should speak to the superintendent of District 10, let them know this school with it. Matter of fact, it was hosted at Intech Academy, but can I just say, I want to host the championship in District 11 next year. We should host the one, right? Right here, the one. Okay? So thank you, everyone, and I'm gonna reach out to you guys, okay? Thank you.
Just want to say thank you, Richard, and this whole foundation. Really, there has never been a more important time to engage in debate, practice debate, and get great at debate, right? We have our issues. Sometimes we're on the same side of the issues together. Sometimes we're not, but it's not about that. It's about being able to state your point, be able to cite evidence for your point, be able to stay confident with your point, know your evidence, know why you believe in what you believe in, and just show up like that, right? It's not about people getting upset. If someone has a different opinion than you, that is going to be life everywhere, you know, all the time, and all have to deal with that. But how do you state it? How do you have your beliefs? How do you stand in your beliefs without anybody making you feel bad for what you think and what you feel? So I just want to shout out to all of our principals that really support debate in their schools. Can we give them a big round of applause? They're sitting here today. While we're here, let's acknowledge the principals of 135. We have Renee Renaud. So thank you for coming out. What a gorgeous auditorium.
Yes, this is really nice. Very nice.
President's report still pending, right?
You guys can.
Yeah, I'll just announce the roll call.
Let's do that.
What?
I think she says it's a company, we don't have to play with it. Yeah.
I'm saying that let's quickly announce the.
I know. Oh, yeah, okay.
Hi, just a quick update on the roll call. As our president, that is part of the conversation, a couple minutes after I took the roll call. So I'm gonna take the roll call again for the people who were not there at the beginning. Harry Matthews Cotton,
Present.
present. Nicole Costello. Okay, so I want to announce that we have 7 members in person, so whoever has been there, and now can go ahead with the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Latasha.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I had to stand up because this is our annual, Brandy, all the things. Thank you, Bishop. All right, so the last update from the superintendent's report, and I'm Tijuana Perez, the deputy superintendent of District 11, and it's so great to be here in this campus, in this auditorium, on this lovely night. You could have been anywhere else, but here you are listening to information about our district. Thank you for being here. The very last piece we want to make sure that our families and community are aware of is that New York City Public Schools has released an AI guidebook. As you know, artificial intelligence is everywhere. It's there. It's not new, right? If you love the Will Smith movie, Enemy of the State, that movie's almost 30 years old. Can you read that? Exactly. Let's not date ourselves. But anyway, who was it? Gene Hackman? Will Smith with Gene Hackman. All right. Go home if you haven't seen it yet. Okay. So AI is around, and it is a useful tool. It can be. But it can also be a dangerous tool. So New York City Public Schools is out, and we want to hear from you, the guidance around it. And so you have until May 8th, the 8th of May, you have about 3 weeks to really go online and give your opinion on what you see and offer some ideas around how we can strengthen it and how we can make it better. So we do want to embrace technology. The world is constantly changing every single day, but we want to do it in a manner that's safe and that keeps our children safe of all, and then ourselves as adults. So thank you so much for that, and with that, I'm going to hand it back over to our amazing team.
Thank you, and I would just add also that we really do want to hear your feedback. So, I think the department is going through this process of really putting out guidance and really wanting to hear from parents. So if you do want to offer your input, I highly suggest, ask you, please do it. And I would say that to our parents, I would say that to our principals, I would say that to our teachers, and I believe can our students also fill out the survey? Is it for everybody? ED Pincus says yes, and even our students can provide feedback. So, I would just say yes, please take time, and we really, really, really want to hear from you, and that is going to further enhance, how the department moves with artificial intelligence. And I would say, right now, in terms of our district, when we think of AI, we really want to think of how do we use it to strengthen the core and to strengthen the work that we're doing. We don't want to bring in, lots of times the teachers, our principals, our students are faced with, lots of different pieces that they have to figure out. And so if we could, again, make sure that anything new coming into our school is aligned to what we're already doing and really helps us get better, we think it would be worthwhile. So as a superintendent and as our team, that's what we're thinking. Are there any questions about that before we pass it on?
I have questions. Yes, you see, Sharon, I mentioned this the other day. Because the AI is everywhere. I know some CECs in other districts are approving resolutions about the approve of this policy, because there's a lot of families that don't understand and they don't know how AI works. And we don't know, many of us don't know the school, if we don't go to the school and make questions, many times the school will not come to us to let us know how they are using AI in the school with my kid. And I'm not sure about how is the AI will be used for the special education kids, the IEPs, the relative services, how will be the class, because we're trying not to use too much. We ban the phones in the school, but we want to use the AI in the classroom. So how that will work? And for multi-language families, we will use AI in some way for these students that are in the ELL programs, in the ENL, how that will be. And there's families that maybe they don't know this survey is up, and they don't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
You know, I love that you're mentioning this, and I know that the team has done a parent night around the new policy, and they're just talking amongst themselves that they want to have another one, that they'll invite you to. Is it gonna be on a Wednesday, or we'll share another Wednesday night, it'll be virtual?
Yeah.
So, you know, in preparation for that night, you could ask your school, you know, let's ask your child supervisor, could be the AP, could be the principal, could be the parent coordinator, and ask them, like, how are you using AI right now? You mentioned, translation. I would suspect that translation services right now, a lot of our educators and teachers struggle to really translate material in a fast, expeditious way that would really help our students. We have just about 3,000 students that are multi-language learners across the district. That's a lot of students, and with AI, although I know they're working to perfect it, you know, with language, the nuances of language are really important, and in District 11, we have 47 different languages spoken, and some of them, you know, very rare.
Yeah.
So it would have to be accurate, you know, and that's like the most important thing around the AI and translation, making sure that the translation says what you want it to say, right? Because you don't want to think, oh, it says this, but it says something different, and then you have a whole situation going, and you don't really have strong communication.
Yeah.
Because it's in one of those languages that may not be Arabic or Spanish, some of the ones that we can always find some, hey, come over here and help us translate. But I would suspect that translation is going to get easier in the future, and it's going to be really helpful if we find, you know, the right tools. So thank you for bringing it up, and more professional development. Do we want to pull up the policy so people can see it? Karen, you want to pull up the policy? Send it to Naomi? Hey, Karina, yes. Did you complete the survey already?
Not yet,
So those
but I will.
questions would go in the survey.
Okay. Thank you.
Can you click on? No, it's on the AI platform, it's behind that box, behind the top of the chat box. See the link there? We'll send it out. Okay.
Okay, at this time, I would ask Principal Johnson to come up and introduce his.
Good Good evening, everyone. Thank you. I gotta thank my other two principals, Principal Pereira and Principal Rinaldi, for supporting this event today as well. Also, the custodial staff who was here early today and making sure everything was ready to roll for this evening. We prepared a little cheerleading / dance presentation for you guys. We were here 4 days over the April break for test prep. And these girls, after test prep academy, instead of going to the gym and having free time and being with their friends, they came in here and practiced for you. So I want to give them all a big hand and thank everybody for coming out tonight to enjoy it.
Churchy mommy ready? Okay. Hello, Charlie ready? Okay. H-E-W-O, Country Hot. We would like to welcome you. Lisa, Esther, Jalen, hello. Okay, let's go, let's sing. Let's go. Let's go. 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 Let's go. Churchy mommy ready? Okay. Okay. You don't want it. You don't want it. BTS, BTS, BTS,
Project, this is what you want. Shorty got that body out of y'all. Hit it once, no times.
Okay, woo! Why you laughing?
We're going to reiterate the open spot on the CEC while there's still parents in the room.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where's the
Sharon has it.
One more round of applause, please. That was amazing. And I want to reiterate this, as I know we have a few more parents that came into the room. We do have a open seat on the CEC, and so we have 3 open seats on the CEC tonight, and we are welcoming the engaged parents, and I know we do have some in the room tonight. If you are interested in applying or running for a seat on the CEC, we would love to talk to you about it. There's a break in between our business and calendar meeting, or we have a handout as well. So again, thank you all for that performance, and thank you for watching. Bring your students here tonight.
Member reports, is there anyone that has a report?
Hello, everyone. I just wanted to introduce myself as I'm late. I'm very sorry about that. I am Terry Matthews Cotton, president of CEC 11. I am so honored to be here with you and to serve not only on this council, but as your president, to advocate for you and your children's needs, interests, just whatever you need. I love children, and by extension, I love women. And we love our DLT team. I don't know any other team, but I can imagine a team that's better than this one. Actually, full disclosure, I went to school with the superintendent. I went to high school with the superintendent of Brooklyn. And please do not tell Celeste that I said this, but she's been bumped out of my favorite superintendent's house.
So Celeste is our favorite.
You're my favorite athlete, I love you guys. If anyone's interested in joining the council, we are toxic free. We all get along really well. We really like each other. I know after a hard day of work, the last thing you want is, right? Yeah. So please feel free to ask us any questions that you like. Please feel free to join us. We would love to have so many of you aboard. We have 3 empty seats, as Jeff said. Thank you so much, Jeff. And again, that cheer team was fantastic. Full disclosure, I tried out for the cheer team in high school. I didn't make it. So I always have a special spot for those who do. And what was that? Palm down in the morning? Yeah, I like that. I think I'm gonna have to adopt that in my house. Everybody's hearing that. Husband, kids, dog, like, calm down, you know what it is. So welcome, everyone. I just wanted to introduce myself.
I can make a report and announcement. Hello again, I'm Karina Garcia. I would like to say that I am success in, I got 2 meetings to visit 2 of my schools next month. Yes. I can't be in the SLT's meetings for these particular 2 schools because schedule problems. I would like to tell the families that next week the CCELL will have the OML family conference. That will be in the morning on the April 22nd. It's a conference for all multi-language families. The middle school's offers are available already, and the kindergarten offers are available already. And the other, March 24, I was in an event for District 75. That it was very successful. A lot of people looking to become paraprofessionals. We are short. We have a shortage of staff. So there was a lot of people looking to become paraprofessionals. Hopefully we will have more people coming to work with us. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Karina. Does anyone else have a member report? Thank you. At this time, we'll move into the next portion of our meeting, which are the public comments. We would just like to ask that you repeat your comments for 2 minutes or less. If there's anyone in the room who would like to say something, you're welcome to come to the front and take the mic. If there is anyone on Zoom who would like to say something, please feel free to raise your hand and we will unmute you. Thank you. So not to put you on the spot, but I did notice the look on your face when I mentioned the CEC and the opening and how we're a lot of fun. So, hopefully, that you might
Enjoy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know what that look on my face.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm actually a parent from PS 97, and I just had a question regarding summarizing. So, yeah, I believe you mentioned there were 19 schools that were selected, and I was just wondering what that selection process looks like. Our school 97 did not get selected. Last year, we actually had a joint with PS 89. We were told it was 1 year thing. Prior to that, summarizing was at 97. We were hoping it would be back at 97 this year, and it was not. And we were just informed that the CBO Clear Edge is actually not going to be at 89. So we just wanted to figure out what's going on and get some information.
Thank you for raising the question. Buildings are chosen to open for summarizing based on a number of factors. So number one, certain buildings have summer construction projects slated, and that's determined by the school construction authority and the division of school leadership. So if there are certain, construction projects slated for buildings, they want to complete them over the summer so as not to impact construction. Those buildings are not open for summer rising. Then we look at like geographical need, and then we look at which principals may be interested in serving as principal in charge. And we look at which schools are basically close together so that it won't be a hardship for families to travel from one school to another. That's how buildings are selected. I don't know if that answered your question.
There's a lot of parents that I understand that. And that does happen. We do hear that from parents across the district because, we understand it's more convenient to be at your home school. We're only able to open a certain number of buildings, and so out of 44 schools, we have 19. So what would that be, about 25 that are not? So, we'll make the decision again for next summer. We'll definitely keep your concern, your preference in mind. And, we can definitely talk more. Thank you for raising it.
Is there anyone else who would like to? All right. Hello.
Thank you. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Sylvia Danton. I'm from School Food Services. This afternoon, I just want to share with you all that for a good, I guess probably for my whole entire career, regarding alternative milk choices, used to have to be approved by a physician, always have to get a note, we have to submit it in order for us to provide a substitute choice, which would be soy or lactose-free milk. However, effective as of the 13th of April, we can now start offering it with just a note from the parent. So as parents, if you do have a child that is lactose intolerant or prefer to have soy milk instead of the regular milk that we do serve, the only thing we need is just a letter. You can submit it to your school nurse, and then they can always relay that information to our school service managers. And with that being said, we can put the request in so that they can get approval to start ordering those two choices. Next thing, exciting for me is, we have preschool slotted this year for cafeteria, kitchen enhancement. So, so far we have rolled out 180, MS 180, their two sites were enhanced. We also have PS 89 that went out in March, but we're still waiting for a few more furniture. And we have one more school, hopefully to get it done before the end of the school year, which is Junior High School 144. So those are like our kitchen cafeteria enhancement that we had for this school year. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question also. So this is regarding the device usage in the summer hygiene program. So in my regular school programming, like right now, my child is assigned a device. But what happens in the summer hygiene program? He doesn't bring the device home. It's assigned to him, but this device stays in the school. So does he have an access to the device in the summer hygiene program? If he have any information?
I do.
So students will have access to devices at Summer Rising that will stay in school. So they will have devices to access their learning and things like that. But those devices will not be sent home with them on a regular basis. If your child has been assigned a device this year as part of the mayoral initiative, which many of our students have, those devices have been sent home already and remain at home throughout their school career. So for those students who have received those devices, they will keep their devices at home over the summer. If not, like I mentioned, they will have access in school.
Thank you. And I just wanted to touch on what you said about food service and the removal of the barriers to access to different types of milk, right, different offerings. I think that was very thoughtful. So I would like to thank you personally, as a mom who does not allow her child to have dairy, just for personal reasons, but also who has found that her daughter's eczema clears according to what she ingests, and dairy is definitely one of those things. So removing the barrier to being able to just simply say, could we please have something else, is tremendous in a time when it takes months to see your PCP, right, to get a note. And we know that things are increasing exponentially, and unfortunately, pay rates are not keeping up with that. Having to no longer see a doctor, pay for parking or pay for travel, and then also pay a copay for something as simple as a letter is really impactful to a lot of people. Yeah, and I think that too often we miss that many people can't afford what some of us can, right? So like I can afford to go and take an Uber. Maybe somebody else can. And I'm like, well, why can't I just take an Uber? The train is backed up, you know? I can afford Uber today, I can't afford it tomorrow. Like, you don't know, things happen, right? So when we put ourselves in the mindset of, how does this impact my neighbor? How does this impact my community? How does this impact everyone who looks like me? We're then able to make really thoughtful change and affect really thoughtful, impactful change. So just listening to that was huge. And I really commend you guys for the work that you're doing and the thoughtfulness which goes into the decisions that you're making. Any more other comments? Do we have anyone online? Okay, so at this time, we agree to adjourn the first half of the calendar meeting. But before we do so, I would like to make an announcement. This is April 22nd is Administrative Professionals Day. This is April, like it is. Sorry, my brain is. Yes, that's why my brain is fine. I'm an accountant. So to Naomi, our administrative professional. I wanted to get you flowers today, but I was running late. I want to say in front of everyone, and this is public record, that we could not do what we do without you. We are deeply appreciative, and we thank you for everything that you do. Thank you. And with that, I'd like to ask for a motion to adjourn the Thursday, April 16th, post-tax day calendar meeting, please.
I, Topaz Maurice Lowell, make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I, Peter Cole, second.
Thank you, thank you. I, Terry Matthews Collins, do hereby declare that the April calendar meeting has now adjourned. We are here to take a break. If anyone would like to take a break? Yeah, we can take a break and hopefully they'll get a lot of interest about turning our council. You guys are free to move around, take a break. I hope to see you all again in 5 minutes. Thank you, guys. To the count of business English. I'm sorry. Thank you for helping me with that. I had to talk to you, and I'm even worse. Yeah, I did a lot of research yesterday for free, so yeah. Those are always so the CEC 11, the April calendar meeting is called to order at 7:10 p.m. Business meeting, forgive me, my language is off. Our business meeting is called to order at 7:10 p.m. We are going to have our roll call done by CEC 11 Secretary, Mr. Ritesh Agarwal. Thank you.
Good evening, please respond to the meeting is called. Terry Matthews Cotton.
Present.
Present. Thomas Maurice Hall.
Present.
Present. Robert Cruz.
Present.
Present. Ritesh Agarwal. Present. Karina Garcia.
Present.
Present. Nicole Costello. Absent. Jeff Cunningham.
Present.
Present. Peter Cole.
Present.
Present. Ashley Jones.
Present. Present via Zoom.
We have 7 in person who are attending.
Thank you. Thank you, Natasha.
At this time, we would like to review and vote on the uncertified March meeting minutes. We'll just take a minute, everyone, to review the minutes. They are in the folders. And we will, it's 7:11. If everyone's finished before 7:13, we can just say done. But if you need more time, just let us know. Thank you.
That's what I said. That's what I said. But we need to watch the video. So then we'll have to look at the edit. Okay, so looking at it.
Excuse me, I'd just like to make an announcement on the minutes. I've just been informed that Jeff, you believe that the dinner for the event was May 7th, right? Not the 21st?
I thought we voted.
No, but I agree with you, because that's what I thought. Well, we had a conversation, we mentioned the date of the 7th, and then I mentioned that I had an event the day after. So when it was presented to me during the course of this month, that it was actually the 21st, I said, no, I honestly, I believe it was the 7th, because Jeff and I discussed that in the moment. So I do believe that you're right. So what we'll do is, we will review the video. So we're not gonna be able to vote on these minutes tonight, but if you would like to review them, if you have any changes or any edits that we would like made, or we can approve them with the caveat that we're going to review, right? Can we do that? Anyone? Okay, so we can always approve with edits, and then we'll review the video and finalize the date. But I agree with you, Jeff, I believe it was the 7th, is the date on which we voted for. Yeah, those were the two options, it was the 7th or the 21st, but I believe that we voted for the 7th.
That's for the legislative or the?
Yeah.
It was the tenure, right? The tenure event.
No.
The legislative?
Tenures on the 14th.
I think the legislative is.
Okay, so it's the legislative event.
Yeah.
Tenure is 7th.
Just discussed it over the vote.
Naomi, was the venue available on the 7th?
Last time I called, yes, but.
In the last meeting, I made a report, I made the notes on those, you, check all those with them.
Yeah, because you usually make notes and everything,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, can you say that one more time?
All the votes that happened in the last meeting, I also made notes, and whatever changes were discussed, they were there on those sheets.
Okay.
So did
Oh,
you cross double check with that?
Oh, okay. Oh, you turned those in?
Yes, I
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good, so that's another way to tell. Yeah. Deciding that. Yeah, we can do that. Do you wanna? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we,
That's not one.
Do we wanna also talk about the 21st, like just in case, like if that, like let's say the 7th isn't available, if the 21st is still an option, so that we kind of talk that through tonight, so this way we have an alternate plan, I guess, just in case.
I have no objections to that.
Yeah, my point bringing it up is not to favor one date or the other, it's merely just
Yeah.
to kind of remind us that we voted
Yes.
on the use of funds for a particular date versus the other one.
Has Maestro's already been voted though?
That I have no idea.
Yes.
I mean, I think so, I mean, we
Yes,
have a
it is.
flyer for it, it must be voted.
yes, it is. It's been booked and paid.
So then should we hold a vote to change the date from the 7th to the 21st? Is that okay, the 21st of May?
Right, I mean, so we would need to, maybe we would in some way, shape or form need to amend our vote
Yeah.
Yeah.
about what day we're spending money. Because we
What am I?
voted to spend on the 7th,
On the
if I'm
7th.
remembering correctly.
But
We can look at
tonight,
it.
can we take another vote tonight to change the date from the 7th to the 21st?
Sure. I see why we couldn't.
Would that be the easiest thing to do?
I think so.
That would be very easy.
Yeah, the only thing, once we do that, it's then to just make sure we correct the minutes to verify that it was the 7th and that that's updated in the minutes so that that's accurate, and then we vote on the 21st, I think that's fine.
Yes.
Naomi, will we move the deposit?
No, the deposit was made, if it was made, it was made for the 21st. Yeah,
But
so
if we switch it to the 7th, with that.
we're thinking about voting, about moving the date to the 21st, irrespective of what we voted on before.
Yeah, so this way everything stays the same, but we just want it on the record.
So we're not changing it, if we're gonna vote to.
I mean, we could,
So,
we
and
could,
vote
we
on
could,
that night.
I mean, we could vote on that, we could vote to keep it what we originally
I just got back.
did. There's several options.
We just announce it. I'm gonna announce it. Oh, no, actually, because I was concerned about, business aspect, of it. We lose that.
Oh, right, yeah.
And that's what we're using the best. Thank you very much.
Has that save the date been circulated? I imagine, if we've seen it, I'm sure it's like it's circulated.
It went out.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's very good. Yeah.
And the next week is the
Oh.
So at this time, we're going to move to a vote, right? And the purpose of the vote is to, I'm sorry?
Can you define the motion, state the motion for what they voted for again?
Okay, so the motion that we're voting for is to change the date of the legislative event from May 7th, which we truly believe that that was the date we voted on, to May 21st. And with that, once the vote is approved, we will continue to review the video in order to be able to have the minutes properly reflect what was voted on at the last meeting. Okay, one second.
Right, so we can also do the.
We are voting first for the change of date of the legislative event, large event, to May 21st, 2026. We may have inadvertently voted for May 7th previously, but when we have moved back to corrected to May 21st, 2026. Please say approve, disapprove, or abstain. Any Matthew Cotton?
Approve.
Approve. Supervisor Small?
Approve.
Approve. Robert Cruz? Approve. Approve. Ritesh Agarwal? Abstain. Karina Garcia?
Approve.
Approve. Nicole Costello? Abstain. Jeff Cunningham? Yes.
Approve.
Approve. Peter Ford? Approve. Approve. Ashley Jones?
Approved.
Approve. We have
We have four on the motion.
We have 7 votes for approving the motion and 1 abstain.
I abstain.
Abstain.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, with approval with edits.
Now, call is the vote for approving the uncertified, certified the minutes for March meeting, March 2026 meeting. Please say approve, disapprove, or abstain. Terry Matthews Cotton?
Approved with edits.
Approved with edits. Topaz Small?
Approved with edits.
Approved with edits. Robert Cruz?
Approved with edits.
Approved with edits. Ritesh Agarwal? Approved with edits. Karina Garcia?
Approved with edits.
Approved with edits. Nicole Costello?
Disapprove.
Approved.
Disapprove.
Yeah. Jeff Cunningham?
Approve with edits.
Approved with edits. Peter Cole?
Approved with edit.
Approved with edits. Ashley Jones?
Approve with edits.
Approved with edits.
Since I was excused absent, I should abstain for at least every.
Robert, sorry, I would like to correct Robert Cruz's abstain.
Yes, because he was not present in that.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
voted for anything else?
No, that was the only voting item.
This concludes the votes.
Thank you, Mr. Agarwal. At this time, we would like to move into treasury report.
Okay. Hello again. I will read these numbers, but there's just 3 lines that we will focus. The remainder for member reimbursement, 6,600. I hope everyone, the issues had submitting the reimbursement, it's working and you getting your check. The president reimbursement is, the remainder is 1,145. In the monthly bills right now, we have a remainder of $96.90. The office supply budget, 0. The key card, 108. The large event, 218. The swag, 25 cents. So the remainder total is 8,148. As I said many times before, we reached the deadline to submit purchases, make changes in the line, so that remained in the monthly meal. The large event and the swag stay there. The large event is pay and book.
That's their money left.
And then, yes, there's money left in there, but because the quote was less people, we will have, we've been talking that in the committee, in meetings of yesterday. It will be like 90 people, right? We are inviting like 90 people, including us. So it's less people this year. So that's why it's strange, but we have some money there. I don't know if this year we could, if we will buy decoration or something for the place, flowers like we did before. That maybe we could, but we can submit any purchases now, Naomi. It's we can submit purchases orders anymore. It's the money stay there and go back central. So forget about it.
Maybe we could figure out a way to maximize it, right? The 218, like you said, flowers or decorations, it's under the large event, maybe we can do that. And we can strategize on this 9690 for the meals. We can speak to the caterer and see if maybe there's something, or we have that event that's coming up with the desserts that we're supposed to provide. We could figure something out. So Naomi and I, we can work it out. Yeah, we'll work it out.
Yeah. So
thank you, Kalina, for pointing that out.
What it is. What else? I think that's it for now. Right?
Thank you, Julia. And Naomi, great job on the swag line. Yeah, Naomi worked really hard
on the swag is 25 cents.
There's 25 cents left.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've been an accountant for a long time and I hate to give money back, so thank you, Naomi. That was really important to me.
It's like with the reimbursement, the line, now there's some members that, so that money will just stay there.
I have a question about the budget. So Naomi, when we say that 1103 has been committed to the monthly meals, does that include June's order? Is that right? Yeah. Okay, that's perfect. Thank you. So now we're turning it over to our esteemed first VP, not to take away from our second VP. Well, so happy to have that tonight, by the way. Ms. Pratt Murray Small, who will lead the discussion on tenure and large events. And I think maybe we should move into not calling it a large event. Since we have an initial name, yeah, okay.
That was changed.
Yeah. Okay, so the tenure event is gonna be on, our
14th?
next calendar meeting for May, which is the 14th. What's gonna happen is we're gonna start our meeting at 5:30, so that we can finish by 6:30.
6:30.
30 minutes every week for the calendar.
Yeah.
It will be
6:30. 6:30 to include the business and calendar meeting, to be a really short agenda, so that we can go right into the tenure event. So I think what is the total number of people who are?
I don't have a confirmed number, but I heard it's anywhere between 100 to.
Right. So
But
somewhere
we
between-
need to see who is RSVPing.
Right, so it's between 100 and 150 teachers that have been invited to come in. But I feel like for the last time we had a really good turnout. So that's why we want to make sure that our meeting portion is short so that we can get through that process for that. I think that's it on the tenure. We are providing pastries or desserts for that.
We're hoping to use what I was just discussing with Naomi, that potentially you'll see if we can eat up this 96.90 towards that, and then Ashley and I will contribute whatever's needed over that.
And I'm baking a cake and donated to the park. I'm baking a cake and donated to the park.
That is so kind of you, Karina.
So that.
Is that a record? Karina's gonna bake a cake and donate it to the council? Can we get that? on
Don't
record?
sleep
Can we
on
take a
it.
vote?
Don't sleep on it.
So that event is gonna be held at, PS 121. So that's where we held it the last time.
Where would be? 121. Oh, and just as a note, there's lots of parking, if anyone wants to come out.
Yes, parking is not an issue over there, so that's fine. And that should be it on the 10-year event. Does anyone have any questions on that?
Just one. Karina, what flavor is this cake gonna be? I don't like chocolate, just remember that. Red velvet.
So could I confirm that the May 14th is gonna be it's gonna start at 5:30?
Yes, so if everyone agrees they can get there for 5:30.
I state already in there by email that I can be there by 5:30.
That's fine.
I will be on my way. I will log in.
Yes. Okay, so that's it for the 10-year event, yes.
Are there any items on the 14th, like on our agenda to vote on? Are we tabling all those?
Probably just this minute. So if we could like plow through everything.
Yeah, it would probably just be the meeting.
So it'll be March, we'll discuss March's changes, or maybe we could do that by email, and then April.
Any other questions on that, or?
No.
So for the large event, Naomi, what was the title? Community and school
Leadership.
Dinner.
Yeah. Yes.
Community leadership.
Leadership dinner.
School community leadership dinner. That's the title of it. We took out legislative, we just wanted to make it just broader and more encompassing of everyone. So.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Yeah, so, yes, legislative included, but that's all part of, school community.
Should it have said school and community leadership? That doesn't matter. I'll shut up, please.
Yeah, so that, we officially said that that's gonna be on the 21st.
Yes.
What's the time for that now?
It's
6 p.m. Yeah. The same date has gone out, it's gonna be at Maestro's Canaan Hall.
That also has parking, they have valet parking.
They have that one, and you can also get street parking over there, or to that. honestly. What we are looking at, and this is something for those who are gonna be going to, school visits upcoming. Just if there are people that you see that are standing out in your school communities, because we do have a list to give out at that event. So if there are people
I
that.
don't know if it's a video or not. I don't know if it's a video or not. Is it on the internet? Is it moving the house or not the mic?
It's cool. That's.
You see, Dr.
People, yes, so if there's anyone that you see that is kind of standing out, or, the theme is around school community and leadership, just in general. So if there's someone who is, you see that's really kind of going above and beyond and taking a leadership role, you want to recommend that they be honored, and that would be great. We can kind of discuss that. I know some names that we've talked about so far are Principal Bellman over at this one. That was where we had our town hall. I thought they were just really it was a lot of community over there, that's cool. And we've also had, one of our meetings where she has made all those things. Really supportive, and their students. So it was good. That was something that I had to do out there. So this is just an opportunity for you guys to just really look at and learn in your schools and your peers, whether it's a PC, whether it's a parent leader, it could be someone who's on the PTA or someone that's a Title I chair, or, if a principal, that you feel is really just kind of going anyone kind of recommend to a group as someone that you can really, which would like to. I think that's it for where we're at with that.
Thank you. Any closing remarks, anyone?
This is maybe the third time or fourth time to bring this up, but if we do have 3 open seats on the CEC, really, if there's anyone still, on our Zoom call, any administrators, any teachers on our Zoom call that you have active parents in your school that you'd like to refer to the CEC, please encourage you to do that. While we still have several meetings during this school year, so we can onboard someone so they're ready to really hit the ground running next year. And that's the last time I'll bring that up to Ms. Cruz.
Something that Ms. Sharon said the other day, the parents that apply to become members of the CEC last year for the elections.
Yeah.
Maybe can we have access to those names?
I doubt.
Yeah, because maybe they can apply now.
Question, and he's here, so.
Jose. Hi. We have three vacancies, right? And there was a lot of parents that wanted to be part of the CC last year for the election time. We have access to those names?
Yes.
Because maybe they can apply now?
I guess, so what they're thinking is performing outreach to those names. Is that allowed? Performing outreach to those names, so that we contact those people and let them know that there's a seat. Is that allowed?
Yes,
Okay.
that is allowed.
Who would that
There
come
might
through?
be I can.
In the website? In the elections?
I internally can find those names and I can connect with you.
Oh, that would be great.
Okay.
Definitely, yes.
Wonderful, thank you.
Well, yeah, I
Good
mean,
suggestion.
if we said something like the next 5 people on that list, however it went through with whatever vote, rather than us we shouldn't have access to the whole list and then we're going through. It should be like leveled in terms of the next 5 applicants in terms of voting.
I don't know if they're like categorized like top 5, but I know that they might be at least that we can grab.
Yeah, or top 2. However you decide to just, I'm just saying, just don't send us the whole list, because I feel like that's not, we shouldn't have it.
There's gotta be a vetting process, because just because you pick 5 top applicants.
I'm saying pick 5 folks to do outreach to.
I would look based on
because they still have to do the application.
Yeah.
We're finding 5 people, and then one of us will reach out to them to let them know that there is an application process.
And then there's
They
still the
may not be
vetting
on
and
this meeting
everything
this
still
evening.
happens,
I
right?
know that we have done that, and our experiences like sometimes the list is not that big, but I will look through it, to go over the process.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jose. Thank you very much. Thank you for mentioning that. And thank you, Jeff, for mentioning that again. I was actually going to mention that as part of our closing remarks. So just to. We have someone around who wants to.
Miss Samira?
Are you coming back? Miss
Oh,
Samira.
Hi, Samira.
Samira. Are you
Hi.
coming back? Are you coming back?
Ah! Oh, wow. Thanks for the question. How are you, everyone? Good evening. This is Samira Elamine. I'm the Title I chair at PS 178. And just want to say good evening to everyone. And I just have two quick questions. Yes, so the parent coordinator is doing a wonderful job with giving out information. And I just wanted to know first, there's some flyers maybe that the school is not getting that is presented at CEC 11 meetings. And just wanted to know if it's possible for just like the flyers that are discussed during the meetings to be sent to the PC so that the parents could, get the information in case they can't make it to the meeting. If that's not a hardship, just putting that out there to see. And the second question is there has there been picked a school liaison for PS 178? I haven't met anyone this year from the CEC and just wanted to collaborate if there is somebody who is the school liaison and just kind of want to know how to get in contact with that person or if they're going to reach out. Thank you so much.
We're gonna look at it while it's on the phone and let you know. And to your first question, things are already following the process, that we send the flyer out to the PCs.
We follow up via request, so if
Oh, so
the
they have to
parent
request it.
coordinator is requesting it, could I get the name of the parent coordinator?
I don't think that anyone in particular is requesting it, she's asking if we could just send things out to all of the parent coordinators. Is that a heavy lift? Is that something that's easily done?
Definitely.
Okay, so thank you for that, Samira. We'll work on that internally. Kalia's actually accessing the school liaison list. And I wanted to mention, and we're coming to a close, Mr. Cole.
I have a question.
Okay, I just wanted to say about the school liaison, I wanted to thank you guys, I've seen the email coming in, of your interactions to set up your appointments to go to the schools. I just wanted to say, and I think this is possible, that if before. Oh, okay, so one second about that, Samira, but, if you're not able to go to the school in person to do your initial visit, I'm wondering if you could at least contact them and join their next SLT meeting, or maybe PTA meeting, and introduce yourself, at least to the parents. That would be something that we can consider. Zamira, to your question about who is the school liaison for 178, unfortunately, that belongs to one of our seats, which has been recently vacated. So we will have to do a redistribution of those, of the names on that list, and I don't know, it might be me, Samira, I don't mind taking that school, so I don't mind taking any of the schools, really, this, if it'll help me. And it's close to home, and I like these, we can work well together. I wanted to say to anyone on the call who may be considering joining the council, that the camaraderie and the interaction that you see here tonight is really real. Like, we just really get along really well, we really like each other's personality. My second VP is shaking his head no, he doesn't do that. So if you'd like to be a part of the council and be a part of this really great environment with some really kind, thoughtful, drama-free people, for whom I'm so very, very appreciative of the energy that they bring to every interaction, please feel free to submit an application. We would love to have you join us. And just so you know, joining the council to fill a vacancy does not include being voted on necessarily by the public. It's just an internal vetting process. So it's vastly different from the end of the year, beginning of the year process where you have to submit your names and then get votes. This process is more streamlined in that you submit an application and then there's just an internal vetting process. I actually joined the council, I want to say maybe almost 2 years ago, if not a little more, through a vacancy. Our first VP did as well, a few years before that. And joining me in filling another vacancy with that same October meeting is our esteemed member, Mr. Peter Cole. So I just want you guys to see that it can be done. It's not this really onerous process and we have to be all stressed out like, oh my gosh, what's next? And I have to get votes. And it really isn't. You fill out the application, it gets sent to our base liaison, and then they go through their internal process. So if you're considering it, we would love to have you, and I'll turn it back over to Mr. Cole for his comment.
Well, you answered the question when you said we're gonna redistribute the liaison list. That was the question. And Ms. Taisha has resigned, right?
Yes.
So she had
Four.
so
Yeah,
they would have to
we
be,
need to, yeah.
I'll take one and I'll volunteer to take one.
I actually have the liaison list up front over there, and I do have the schools in the back.
I maybe could take one of those schools. But I have a question for the members because Naomi started the process to send us what were our schools and get in contact with the principals. I've been lucky that two of my principals are getting in contact with me, and I will visit these schools. So, but what I understand is that we can't go to the school just on our own.
No, can't go unannounced.
No.
Or maybe if we send an email asking, as it's testing time, right?
Yeah.
We send an email.
PTA meeting, I'm not sure to go to SLT, but to walk in that school during school hours, you need to be invited by them.
Yes. Yes.
I know that for a fact.
Okay.
No, I've been to, I did it last year and I haven't heard anything this year, so.
Okay, did you have something?
I'll take one more.
Actually, just wanted to give a little shout out to Allison. She is the presence. She's the CDC rep on that, which is actually on call. So just want to say, hey, we see you. Looking forward to seeing you at our meetings. She did research done, so we want to join us for that. So looking forward to that.
Wonderful, thank you. And at this time, if there are no further comments, I would like to ask. I'm sorry, Ashley has her hand.
Is Ashley or Samira?
No, it was Ashley. I don't know if she's still.
Ashley, are you there? Did you want to say something? Okay, so at this time, if there are no further comments. Hello. Come on. Hello.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right, in there.
I don't think he needs the mic.
Yeah.
Good projection.
Yeah.
I got close up in the back there, wondering who I was. My name's Sam, Oregon Ford University External Affairs.
Go Rams.
Go Rams.
Ramily.
Yeah. I just got hired as a community engagement fellow. So my part of my job is to go to the community boards, the CECs, to check it out, see how we can be a resource in the community. Just be here for you guys, and sort of disseminate the events we have. But then there's competition for high school students coming up later this summer, so I'll be around doing marketing for that event, hopefully utilizing you guys as a resource for that area. But I'll probably be doing some things for you, but I just sort of come in and introduce myself for the first time in 3 weeks.
That's
Nice
wonderful.
to meet you all.
Oh,
Nice to
thank you,
meet you.
Sam. Thank you, Sam, and thank you for introducing yourself.
For sure.
I appreciate that.
Just head out, but thanks for having me.
Oh, do you have any paperwork you can leave us or your information or
I can
anything?
leave my information, I don't have a card yet, but I'll leave my information with you.
Yeah, and what organization are you with officially? With Florida?
Ford University,
Oh, so you're
External
with Florida.
Affairs. Yeah, I work for it.
So does Mr. Cunningham.
Do you really? What do you do?
What's that?
What-
I'm the
what-
director of the Cheer program.
Oh, yeah, I work with the External Affairs, like, you know, Saray and Travis and all that.
I do.
There you
Yeah.
go, I'm their newest employee.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Fordham Ramily. So excited. Comments? Thank you, Mr. Protection, for pointing that out. So at this time, I'd like to ask for a motion to adjourn our April, the CEC 11, April 16th business meeting, please.
I, Peter Cole, make a motion to adjourn our April business meeting.
I took that very small second.
Thank you, thank you. I tell Matthews Party, Thursday, Vice Chair, that our April 16th business meeting for CEC 11 has been adjourned at 7:48 p.m. I would like to say a personal thank you to everyone who's joined us on Zoom. It really feels good to see that you guys are interested and that even if you can't come out in person, that you take the time to join us on Zoom. It really does mean a lot. If you're able to come out in person, we're welcome you, but if not, it is completely understood and definitely impactful to see that you guys care enough to sit with us. So with that, I'd like to say thank you, and we will see you in May.
Good night.